Welcome to Factoring Quadratics Practice 11. This video will be going quite fast, so if it's too fast, please go back and watch some previous videos. 6 times minus 12 is minus 72. Here are some numbers that multiply together to get minus 72. We also need them to add up to give us plus 1, so we use minus 8 and 9. We rewrite the expression replacing plus 1x with minus 8x plus 9x. The greatest common factor for the first two terms is 2x. We take that outside the bracket and we have to multiply it by 3x minus 4. The greatest common factor for the second two terms is 3. We take that outside the bracket and times that by 3x minus 4. Therefore, the first bracket of our solution is 3x minus 4 and the second bracket is 2x plus 3. We start by multiplying 8 by minus 3, which gives us minus 24. These numbers multiply together to give us minus 24. They also need to add up to give us minus 5, so we use 3 and minus 8. We rewrite the expression replacing minus 5x with plus 3x minus 8x. For the first two terms, we take an x outside of a bracket and multiply it by 8x plus 3. For the second two terms, we take an invisible 1 outside the bracket and also times it by 8x plus 3. Our solution starts with 8x plus 3 and is multiplied by x minus 1. 8 and minus 5 multiply together to give us minus 40. These numbers multiply together to give us minus 40, but minus 5 and 8 also add together to give us plus 3. We replace the 3x in the expression with minus 5x plus 8x. Then for the first two terms, we can take an x outside the bracket, the greatest common factor, and times it by 8x minus 5. Then for the second two terms, there'll be an invisible 1 outside the bracket, also multiplied by 8x minus 5. So the solution will have 8x minus 5 multiplied by x plus 1. In this expression, we start by multiplying 12 by 5, which gives us 60. Here are some of the numbers we can multiply together to get 60. We need two negative numbers because they also need to add up to give us minus 17, so we use minus 5 and minus 12. Then we rewrite the expression and replace minus 17x with minus 5x minus 12x. Looking at the first two terms, we can take an x outside the bracket and multiply it by 12x minus 5. Looking at the second two terms, we can take an invisible 1 outside a bracket and times it by 12x minus 5. Then 12x minus 5 becomes the first bracket of our solution and it's multiplied by x minus 1. 12 times minus 7 gives us minus 84. These sets of numbers multiply together to give us minus 84. They also need to add together to give us plus 5, so we use minus 7 and 12. We replace minus 5x in the expression with minus 7x plus 12x. Looking at the first two terms, we take an x outside the bracket and times it by 12x minus 7. And for the second two terms, again, there's an invisible 1, also multiplied by 12x minus 7. So 12x minus 7 is the first bracket of the solution and it's multiplied by x plus 1. And for the final example, we start by multiplying 12 by minus 1, giving us minus 12. These numbers multiply together to give us minus 12. They also need to add up to give us plus 4, so we use minus 2 and 6. We replace plus 4x with minus 2x plus 6x. Then we look at the first two terms, take a 2x outside the bracket, the greatest common factor, and multiply it by 6x minus 1. And for the second two terms, we take an invisible 1 outside the bracket and also times it by 6x minus 1. Therefore, 6x minus 1 becomes the first bracket of our solution, and it's multiplied by 2x plus 1. So that's it for this video. I have gone very fast in this video, so don't worry if you feel like it's too fast. If you haven't watched some of the previous videos, then I urge you to go back and look at those videos. The previous videos are done at a much slower pace and are more thoroughly explained. And as always, thanks for watching, and if you could hit the like and subscribe, that would be fantastic. And I hope to see you in the next one.